Your love, your love. The only thing that matters is your love, your love. That's all I have to give.
This is the Wally Show, and this is always a treat when he comes around. We don't get to talk to him that much because he's busy globe-trotting all the time. It's Brandon Heath.
I'm a globetrotter, all right.
You are,
But
dude.
you're more of a globetrotter than I am. You just got back from Africa.
Well, yeah, but I'm just out there, doing good things for the Lord. You're just out there being a musician. So whatever.
That's true.
No, but yeah, I mean, you're a very busy guy now, which I love because you're one of the good ones, and you always have such a good sense of humor when you come on the show, and that's what I love about
I just let you pick on me.
I know.
Is what you're trying to say.
I love you for that, man.
I'm okay
too.
with it. I'm a good sport.
It's like high school all over again. Now, so you finished up your tour with Mandisa, the 3-in-1. It was Brandon, you, Mandisa, and then
Laura Story.
Now, did she do every date with you guys?
She didn't because Jamie, she couldn't do all the dates, so Jamie Grace filled in a little bit.
Okay.
And we had a good time out there, man.
Did either one of whether it was Laura or whether it was Jamie, did they feel like a third wheel? Because really,
No.
it's Brandisa, baby. It's all about Brandisa.
That's right. That's right.
Because you guys just have a crazy chemistry that I think is just would be fun to go to a show to see you guys.
Man, we actually did a couple of shows just she and I, and she still gave me a hard time for we would talk about you.
Oh, really?
Every night
I
at
like
the beginning
that.
of the show, we're like, do we? Yeah, you love that we're talking about you every night.
Of course I do.
So they're all wondering, why do we call it the Brandisa tour? And so Mandisa gives me a hard time because I went on national radio and said that we were an item.
I know, and I love it, and that
I
started
was like,
here.
Mandisa, it was just wishful thinking.
I know, girl.
You can't blame a guy for wishing.
No,
you
I
know?
mean, and because like she is a catch. She you don't match what she's looking for because I've talked to her about that.
Right.
And so
She's looking for a tall, black, ball-headed. Wait.
yeah.
A tall, ball-headed with a goatee black man.
Yep. And you're not tall, so
Exactly.
You got the other stuff. You were
The
that
rest
close.
I am. Right.
That close.
You're right.
We got Brandon Heath here. Now, I did see a funny video of you trying to help Mandisa out with her song Good Morning, because singing it live at night, Good Morning, doesn't seem to always make sense. And I really appreciated this, you trying to help her. This is kind of funny.
Right.
Well, I wanted to maybe give you an alternative of what you could say. So I was
Okay.
thinking like good warning,
Warning, like W-A-R?
Yeah, like if you were about to do something and I just warned you, like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Come in here.
yeah,
Good warning.
you got a booger on your face.
Good warning.
Hey, don't you trip on your shoelace.
Good warning.
You give me just what I see. That's the part that I can't.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out yet. But let's see. Good morning.
I'd like to spray you with mace.
I like that you went with the booger joke, quite honestly, because
Right.
that's the stuff they yell at me for. Like, really? What are you, 4?
Totally, man.
You don't need booger jokes on the radio.
Yes, we do.
That's what I thought.
Yes, we do.
And I'm glad you took that one.
Boogers never get old.
Well, they do. No, okay, see, don't drag me down there.
Under your car seat.
Yes,
they do.
dude. No, see, don't. There was a line and you just crossed it. Even I know where that line is when it comes to that kind of humor. Stop it. Right now, there are 4-year-old kids in the car going, "Yeah, Brandon Heath rules."
Sorry, Mom.
All right, so we'll have more with Brandon Heath here because I want to talk about your Love Your Neighbor concert that you have coming up because that's where you do some good for some people.
Yep.
And I like that. And so we'll get to that in 10 minutes right here on The Wally Show.
Give me your eyes for just 1 second. Give me your eyes so I can see everything that I keep missing. Give me your love for humanity.
This is The Wally Show, and we have the one and only Mr. Brandon Heath with us today. And now, Brandon, a lot of people don't know this about you. You have a very funny sense of humor. You're a good guy, but they might not know. Well, wait, that sounded bad.
A lot of
didn't it?
people don't know I have a good sense of humor.
Well, no, because
They think I'm pretty square.
No. What I'm saying is that like you, as an artist, people want the depth from you. When you're in shows, and they want everything to be about God and all this depth, and you deliver that in your shows and stuff. But they don't get to see the other sides of you when you're just kind of goofing around, and you're funny. You have a good sense of humor.
Totally.
But the other thing is that I think a lot of people don't know is that you're like a philanthropist, and you're a guy that likes to give back a lot, and you do a concert every year called the Love Your Neighbor concert, where you guys pick a charity and you do something good, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, I started it a few years ago with my friend Jason Ingram, and Jason wrote half the songs that y'all play here on the radio. He's an amazing songwriter. He's also one of my closest friends here in Nashville. And about 6 years ago, well, exactly 6 years ago, because this is the 6th annual.
When you were a nobody and you started this.
When I was a nobody, exactly. I was at his church and he was leading worship, and they were talking about Nehemiah helping to rebuild the wall around Jerusalem. And we had just had a tornado touchdown a few days before that in Nashville. And I thought, why don't we put the Bible into action and go help rebuild? And so I went up to him on stage after church and said, I think we should do a benefit concert and we should invite everybody to go and help clean up or rebuild. And so we did a day where we kind of did this hands-on thing, and we did a free concert with and all the proceeds going to this church that was there serving a lot of people. And honestly, it was one of the most amazing things I've ever been a part of. And what I love about it is it's local. It's Nashville. It's my hometown. It's where I live, and I get to tour around and see a lot of people and faces, and get to go to Africa like you do every once in a while. But it's really kind of refreshing for me to do something in my own backyard, for people who literally are my neighbors. And so we've picked a local charity every year.
How do you do that? Like, we're talking to Brandon Heath, and with his Love Your Neighbor
concert.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to say tour. You should make it a tour.
We've talked about it.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
But the thing is, how do you choose them? Because there's so many options out there, and everybody seems to have like a pet charity type thing. So how do you choose?
Well, we don't really always go for charities per se.
Or just causes.
Well, I'm the one who said charity. Honestly, we have most of the time just found individuals that need help.
Right.
Like one time we found Jason and I debuted "Give Me Your Eyes" at our first "Love Your Neighbor" concert. So we try to debut songs every year too.
Was that one for the eye guy, the guy that needed eye surgery?
Well, that was the next year. That was the second year.
That would have been perfect if you had done that. You should have held that song.
Well, no, it was the next year.
Okay.
It was the next year that we did it, because that's when it was popular. "Give Me Your Eyes" was popular that year.
Wow, it took a year for that song to catch on?
Well, we debuted it at the show, but it didn't come out of my record until that summer.
Oh, there you go.
So he had glaucoma and was losing his vision, and we raised almost $20,000 to help with his operation.
That's awesome.
So, and then the next year we the flood happened in Nashville. That was probably our biggest show. Toby showed up for that one.
Yeah, I was there. I saw that one. I saw you out at a flood relief thing, working with our church and stuff too.
Yeah.
So what's this year? What are you going to do this year?
So this year we are supporting a school called New Hope Academy.
Oh, I am very familiar with it.
You're familiar?
Yeah. My church meets at New Hope Academy.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
our
kinda
church
cool.
Crosspoint meets there. Our Franklin campus meets at New Hope. So I'm very familiar with it.
I go to Crosspoint, the downtown location.
Oh yeah,
every once in a while.
where all the big artists go and stuff. And just
All
the
the
people
cool
that
people go.
just the people that serve go to Franklin.
Right.
They love
Just the
Lord.
servers. Yeah.
The people that unsung heroes.
People
go to
with
Franklin.
facial hair.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
us.
That's you.
You know
fit
us.
in that crowd now.
So they have an interesting thing, because they have a very Toby's big into that school, because he has his kids go there,
Yep.
and they want a very diverse school, and so it helps. I'm assuming you guys are going to help fund a bunch of the scholarships for the underprivileged kids and that can't afford to go there. And
That's
stuff.
exactly right.
Cool.
It's like an equal opportunity educational experience.
It's a good school. I couldn't even get in there if I wanted to.
I know. Well, I wouldn't have the IQ either to get in there, but that's honestly the amazing.
IQ. I was talking about money.
Well,
I'm smart enough to get in.
Yeah. I don't know that I am, but the thing is, it's kind of neat because they go after kids who, I grew up in public school. I don't know about you, but I went to public school. I'm a big advocate for public school, but some parents would really love to give their kid a little more individual attention that you could get at a private school, especially when it's Christ-centered.
Right.
And that's something that's a lot of times it costs a lot of money to send your kid to a place that, because in public school, unfortunately, we can't talk about Jesus up front all the time. But at public school, at private school, we can. So this is a great, like I said, equal opportunity. So every kid, obviously it's a smaller school, so they can't take every kid, but they look for kids who may not be able to afford the tuition, but certainly deserve the opportunity to get a good education that's Christ-centered.
And the thing about it is, because I know some of the people that run it too, and it's like the tuition isn't one of these $20,000 a year schools like that. You know, like a college. It's an affordable, just regular school anyway for a private school. But then there are kids that they want to make sure that they get a godly education that have no chance at affording even a few $1,000s a year school, you know? And so I love the fact that they do that. Now, Toby's going to be involved. Is he going to be at the Love Your Neighbor concert?
He will be. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
It'll be Toby and Mandisa and myself and Jason.
Nice. Okay, so you guys are all be performing. Going to do anything together, you think? Like a big moment where it all crescendos?
There's going to be some collaboration. You know, Mandisa and I did a lot on tour together of collaboration, and then Toby and I wrote, I don't know if you know this, I helped him write Steal My Show.
You did, really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I actually like that song too.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Don't you? You're like Toby's biggest fan, though.
I am.
Like
I learned that song on ukulele, believe it or not.
Did you see the little girl that played on ukulele?
That's who I learned it from.
She was amazing.
I know. I watched her.
I sent that to him. I loved it. But yeah, we'll probably collaborate on that one.
That's
But
cool.
You know, we did the Hits Deep tour last year, so we love collaborating. And then Jason's gonna sing one of his million hits that he has.
Good. Well, I hope you guys raise some money. If you don't quite get enough, just go to Toby's house and shake out some of the couches, and you'll get enough to offset it, I'm
we'll
sure.
Be all right. That guy single-handedly pays for that school. He's got so many kids going there.
And he's generous, too, with that school, too. I mean, like, but he can't run the whole thing.
I know.
Or he didn't make him call it Toby Academy. So... Which I'm sure he's thought
Academy.
of. I'm sure he's thought of it. All right, so we got more with Brandon Heath. I want to talk about your new song, Love Does, and the connection that you have with Bob Goff, the author of the book Love Does, and how all that works together. And we'll do that within 10 minutes right here on The Wally Show.
You were there, you were right above me, and I wonder if you ever loved me just for who I was.
This is The Wally Show, and today we have Brandon Heath on the show, and I appreciate you coming in and being part of this, man. You're always fun to have on. And I want to talk to you a little bit about your new song, Love Does, and the connection that it has with author Bob Goff, because he has a book called Love Does.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't read it because I'm not a reader, but Zach tells me it's like a really good book.
There aren't any pictures in this one, Wally.
Yeah, exactly. I'm out.
But you know what? The chapters are like 3 pages long, so you have the attention span for it. I think you could handle it.
Okay, because Zach actually has a bookmark in here. This is Zach's copy of it.
Nice.
He has his bookmark in there. Let's just move that.
Did you get that bookmark?
Let's just move that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, did Brandon
That's
sent this
mine.
to
Yeah,
Zach?
I sent it.
Did he sign it?
I sure
No
did.
way.
I customized it.
What did he write? Okay, wait, hold on.
There's no telling what I wrote.
Hey, Zach. Love
Brandon.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
You guys are
We're really tight.
twinsies.
We
All
are.
right, so so you get inspired by this book and you write a song based on that, or what's the deal? Like, how did these two worlds intersect?
I got a copy of the manuscript before it came out, and I was really excited for people to hear his philosophy on life. He's been a mentor, kind of a father figure to me, and I just have learned a lot from him, either traveling all across the world with him, or honestly, he's the guy that talked me into being a recording artist.
Is he really? See,
He
that's
is.
cool, man. And there are
Yeah.
guys like that when they invest in other people's lives, and you never know where that's going to go. And him, like some snot-nosed little kid, you become this big artist that affects people's lives, years down the road in such a big way. And that's a cool thing. And so you owe people like that in life. Like, I know I have people in life that believed in me when I should never have gotten a shot on the radio, and they gave me a shot, and I still owe them to this day. And I think it's up to us to do that for other people too.
Yeah.
And so you need to pay that forward to some other young, artists as they come up as well, which I'm sure you probably do.
Yeah, I just think mentorship is a big deal. Like, there's not enough mentoring going on. This is not. It's not like the greatest generation like it used to be. We need men to step up and look after kids. I have a heart for kids, being involved in young life for as long as I was.
And you do a camp every year and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I respect that about you. I think that's
That's
great.
where I met Bob, actually, and his family was at a Young Life camp, and so we have a common, love for kids. But he really just wanted to encourage me, and I say, call the man out of me.
Right.
What did I want to do with my life? And so, not just being a songwriter, but actually singing my songs. So I wrote him a song.
Cool. I love it. Let's do it. It's Love Does, inspired by Bob Goff and his book, Love Does. It's Brandon Heath on The Wally Show.
This one goes out to the world changer, shining your light in the face of danger. Oh, tell us what you know. You're a saint, you're a son, you're a promise keeper. Bottom of the well, still digging down deeper. Oh, how far you gonna go? Chasing down hope, moving on dreams, taking that path. Maybe it'll lead you home. Maybe it don't. Nobody knows why your heart is broken. Nobody cries why your prayers are going up. Oh, love does. Nobody walks on the road you're paving. Nobody sees all the souls you're saving. Oh, love does. Love does. Love does. This is for the one on the front line fighting, ringing that bell over everybody. Oh, tell us what you know. Knocking down doors in a midnight alley, looking for life in a desert valley. Oh, how far you gonna go? Chasing down hope, moving on dreams, taking that path. Maybe it'll lead you home. Maybe it don't. Nobody knows why your heart is broken. Nobody cries why your prayers are going up. Oh, love does. Nobody walks on the road you're paving. Nobody sees all the souls you're saving. Oh, love does. 'Cause you are a renegade. You're an outlaw on love's crusade. They don't know who you are. They don't know, but love does.
Did you hear that note? It was good.
That was beautiful.
Love does. Somebody walks, somebody sees, somebody knows. Love does. Somebody walks, somebody sees, somebody knows. Love does, love does, love does, love does, love does, love does.
There you go, Brandon Heath. Might I say you've done it again? Yet another hit. Another hit on your
Thank you.
hands. I
Thank
like
you.
that. Nicely done, man. That's a great song. It's Love Does with Brandon Heath here on The Wally Show.
Nobody knows why your heart is broken. Nobody cries why your prayers are going up. Oh, love does.
This is The Wally Show with Mr. Brandon Heath. You like how I call you Mr.?
Mister.
That's
It's very
right.
official.
That's right.
Very
It-
respectful. Not
it's
like you.
It's respect. No,
Right.
That's true,
So
actually.
different for you.
I do respect you, my friend.
I know you respect me. I respect you.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We follow you on Twitter. We follow a bunch of people on Twitter because we're kind of like stalkers like that. But I found some interesting tweets about you that I don't know if you've seen or not. So I want to give them to you, and I want you to read these tweets from people about you. Okay.
Okay.
So there's only like 4 or 5 of them. So just read that there if you don't mind.
Gosh. All
Okay.
right.
What's the first one?
If I had $1 for every time I heard Brandon Heath say something smart, I would not have $1. At Skillet Fan Man.
Ow, that's brutal. Well, write that guy off. That's a Skillet fan.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you guys do totally different stuff than Skillet. So obviously he's gonna be more edgy or whatever. I don't know. So that was uncalled for. Okay, what's the next one?
Saw Brandon Heath at Whole Foods, spelled Hole. Thought he would be in better shape.
What? Who's that by?
At Becky Morales.
That's not fair.
No,
Come on,
Becky.
It's not like he was in the ice cream aisle.
Right.
Come on.
I was at Whole Foods this morning with a W.
Yes.
And I got a juice.
You did, really?
For breakfast,
Are you
yeah.
rocking a 6-pack ab? You got that going?
No,
Okay.
I've got a 1-pack.
Okay.
But I'm working on it.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I don't even want to tell this story. On the music boat, I walked into the dressing room and he was getting changed, and I don't even want to tell the story.
Oh wow, you're blushing right now.
No,
How the tables have turned.
Yeah, because these two idiots will use this against me for the rest of my life, and so Brandon didn't have his shirt on, and I was like, oh, okay, hey.
And I caused you to stumble.
Yes, that's not what happened
How
at
many
all.
mental pictures can you take?
Right.
That was
Exactly.
James's camera.
Yeah, can we please just get back to the tweets about Brandon? What was the next one?
All right, just served Brandon Heath. Not sure which is tighter, his pants or his wallet.
Not a big tipper, huh, Brandon?
At Chili's Chick.
Chili's Chick, huh?
Chili's Chick.
Okay, all
yeah.
right. Do you remember that?
Well, I go to Chili's a lot, but but I'm a good tipper, man.
Are you? I would think so. I would think
double,
so.
like I do 20% plus. Is
Good
what
for
I
you.
do.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
It's easy math.
What
is
about the
reason I
pants
do it.
though?
Man,
Tight? Jeans? Katie
no.
Rose, you're standing near him. Let me see.
Zach?
I don't know. You seem to be the best judge
No,
about my
I
figure.
don't. See, this is why I wanted to stop that story.
Right.
All right, read the last one.
Is it just me, or does Brandon Heath look like a Muppet? At John Acuff. All right. Wow.
Wow, Acuff is historically not that cruel.
Wow.
In his I'll be honest with you. We just made these.
I was figuring that. People are cruel, but not that cruel.
He wrote that pants one in the music
Twitter.
boat.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, the thing is, people are cruel sometimes, but they'll say things like that to me, but way worse. But no one's ever going to say anything like that to you. Like, have you ever read anything about yourself, like in Twitter or whatever, you're like, oh, that was like uncalled for?
Yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah.
That surprises me, because like, you're just like a nice guy, Like,
Yeah.
was there something that stung you? Come on.
Well, there's a reason.
All right.
Okay. I mean, this might get a little deep, and
I like that.
You might get some callers on this.
All right, well,
one.
you know what? If we're gonna get deep, I want you to hold on to this for like a second.
I'm
no,
not
I
gonna
need you.
I'm not good at
No,
going
you
into
are gonna
this.
tell. You are gonna tell it, and we're gonna do that in 10 minutes. Okay? I don't want him to get cold, but you got to
All
do
right.
this in 10 minutes. We're gonna find out what was the tweet or the reaction that hurt Brandon Heath's feelings, and we'll do that in 10 right here on the Wally Show.
Nobody knows why your heart is broken. Nobody cries why your prayers are going up. Oh,
This is the Wally Show with none other than Brandon Heath, and I could not wait for that other song and other stuff to finish so that we could get back to this. Okay, so here's where we're
my
at.
gosh.
Let me just set the stage for here. We had Brandon read some tweets, the fake tweets. They were mean, but they were fake tweets about him
right.
that we wrote just as a joke. Okay.
Yeah.
So then, but that got us onto the conversation of, sometimes people say things that hurt, because there's anonymity when they write and they don't think about it, and,
Right.
and they're meaner than they would ever be to your face.
Yeah.
And he said that he had something that like really hit him one time, and then he was like trying to back off and sharing it, but that's not going to happen today.
No.
So
I'll
what
share.
happened?
Well,
What
I
happened?
had said something. I tweeted something about I tried out yoga for the first time,
Okay.
and it started this whole thread of people like, "Do you know what yoga is? It's it's against your own religion." And
I know.
it's people just had comments about yoga, and honestly, I hadn't prayed that well in a long time. It was like it was honestly great meditation for me to pray.
Yeah,
you
to
know?
the Hindu god, right? Yes.
Right, exactly.
Because apparently, if you're doing yoga, that's the only thing you can do is pray to a Hindu god.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people don't realize that it's an exercise thing. Just like
Yeah.
karate, you put your kids in karate, but karate has Taoism and other things like that with it, and so
Totally.
and so it's what you put into it yourself.
Exactly. It's what you make of it. And for me, I really enjoyed it. It's good for stress. It's good for stretching.
It's not easy either.
It is harder than you think.
I've tried it before, and I had no idea like how much I sweat, and like I couldn't even get through the first workout.
I'm really good at the down dog, like the rest position.
Yeah, because like downward dog, I'll just sleep.
Yeah, downward dog. So for me, it was really a great experience. But then I tweeted about it, and I got a lot of flack for it. I was like, "Come on, y'all! What year do we live in?" But I mean, obviously, people are going to hear this, and they're like, "No, it's I don't know." I think it's great if you can use it for meditating and praying to God while you're stretching, and you're kind of your body's a temple. You're taking care of your body as a temple, but you're also worshiping God at the same time. I think it's a great thing.
Mine's a temple. I got an addition to it too. I'm expanding the Lord's temple.
Wide, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's funny because people get so worked up on things, and they put their own presuppositions and hangups on you.
Yeah.
They don't know what you're doing, and like it's where it's like, oh well, this is just blanket wrong, and that's not the case. And if it's their conviction, that's fine. Knock yourself out. Don't do it. I don't care.
Yeah.
But then they want to make everybody else have to live under their set of rules, and that's frustrating because they're not nice about it. Like if anybody ever disagrees with me, but they come at me intellectually or like from a place of, hey, can we discuss this? I'll do that all day.
Yeah.
But I get frustrated when it becomes a judgment thing, and they feel like they're trying to save the world from me.
Right.
And it's like, no, I'm not a bad person here.
Yeah. I'm careful about what I share on Twitter. I think it's good to be open, but I'm actually pretty private. I mean, my management has to talk me into tweeting. Like, you haven't tweeted today. Let people know what you're doing.
Really?
But I'm kind of a private person. We have very public lives. But I don't want everybody to know everything.
Well, I appreciate you. I know I drag things out of you, but you know what? It's good. It's good stuff, and I appreciate your honesty.
It's real.
Yeah,
it's real.
That's exactly what it is, and it's real Brandon Heath, and I appreciate you being on the show today, my man.
Thanks for having me.
Give me your eyes for just 1 second. Give me your eyes so I can see everything.
This is the Wally Show, and we got Brandon Heath with us. And Brandon and I share a lot of things in common. We're both going gray on the side a little bit.
Yes, you're calling me out on my gray, huh?
No, I have it too. I actually don't mind it. I like it. My wife says it makes me look actually smart.
You are smart.
I know, actually smart.
You got a quick wit about you.
Well, I try.
I'll say that.
I try. But we have some other things in common. We both have great women in our lives. That's good.
Yes, we do.
And you and I have both performed with Mandisa live on stage before.
Yep, we have.
Because now she does her Good Morning song, but there's a Toby rap in it that he originally did that he's not always on tour with her. So you guys were out, and you did the rap with her each night, did you not?
Every night I would come out, and actually I would dance too. I not only rapped, but I danced.
Nice.
That's a big deal. Like,
I get
it's hard to get me to do that.
She said you could throw down, though. She actually told me, she said, you know what? I can't do a Mandisa imitation. I wish I could, but she said Brandon can actually throw down. She said you're a good dancer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear your Mandisa impression, though.
I can't really do it.
He can throw down.
That's good. That's good.
You like
I like
that?
that. I do like that.
With a neck curve?
Wally.
Oh, goodness. He can throw down.
So, now, we've both done the rap for Mandisa. And now, I know it verbatim, word for word. Do you still remember it?
Unfortunately, I sing it in my sleep.
It gets stuck in your head,
so
doesn't
many
it?
nights, yes.
All right, let's
it.
do this. Let's do a duet of the Toby portion of the Mandisa rap. You and me together, and I'll let you start.
You point when it's my turn. Oh, I'm going to start.
I'll let you start. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll just follow you. You ready?
Here we go. I'm ready.
Here, I got this down. Yeah. Hey.
Here we go.
Top of the morning to you, Disa. You smoothie, me ice cold pizza.
Cafe ole latte da.
You do the Zumba, I do not.
Give me like half a marathon. I'll give you the gospel of St. John.
Hiss me like a wake-up bomb, cause we both know his mercy flows in the morning.
Woo! Woo! Hey, she was right. He can dance.
I can throw down to this song.
Woo! Look at that.
I do the white man's overbite, too.
Oh, totally. She calls me out for that, too. But can you drive the big rig like
girl.
this? You're like...
This is how y'all wake up in the morning?
Every day. This is what we do when we come into work.
This is my white man dance, too.
You gotta bite the lip.
Okay, that's all you get.
Really? Because I was
Done.
just starting to get going.
You We're just
All right.
getting warmed up.
Well, there you go. Brandon, Heath, and me. That's the first time we've ever been done a song together.
I know. It's
like
a
that.
duet.
We
Well,
should do
we've done
more.
some other things together, actually.
Oh, yeah, we have. We did Rock School before,
We
too.
did Rock School.
That was a lot of fun.
We
so,
did.
yeah, we'll have to do an album together next.
Okay, I'm
Let's do it
ready. It's time for a new record anyways.
Let's
do it.
go. I'm available. So we'll
Okay.
do that. We'll do a new album, and then we'll probably do a yoga workout video, and then we'll also do a dance video. We are going to be besties.
Totally. Already are.
Awesome.
Already are.